Hi, Raven here. Just before we get started, if you find this video useful or you just enjoy watching, then please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. And if you wish to support me further, there's a link to my Buy Me a Coffee page in the description. And one last thing, if there's something you would like me to cover, you can now make requests in my Discord channel. There's a link to it on the channel and in this video's description. Now back to it. I recently did a video on how to set up Drongo's mod, and I'm going to do another video now for an alternative to that, which is called Dynamic Universal War System. There's two versions of it. There's the R, which I use mainly, but there's also the X, so I'm going to cover both. They're very similar. The R is very basic, so it just uses vanilla, and the X you can actually use mods with it. The other thing with it is the R, you can save your progress as long as you don't die, whereas the X you can't. So with that in mind, we're just going to have a look at it now. So I'll put links to the D.U.W.S, and bear in mind it's not a mod, it's actually a scenario. So we're going to go into single player, scenarios, and here I've got the X and the R. So we're going to look at the R first. So if I restart, and this is the first screen you come up against, so nothing to worry about here. All you do is continue, and again you'll start in the water, which is perfectly normal. Now I do manual placement. This is because I want to place where the HQ is and also where the enemy locations are, but you can do a random select, but I would always do manual. So let's go manual. So it tells you up here, click somewhere on the island to place the HQ. That's something to bear in mind. If you want to use aircraft, sort of planes and drones, you want to pick somewhere that has a landing strip. So my favourite place is down here, this little abandoned airstrip down here. So I'll kind of click it near the end of the landing strip so that I can use that if I want to use drones. So I'll click around here. There you go. So now that's placed the HQ. The next thing we're going to do is place our objectives. So we've got here start random or start manual. Again, I want to place manually. So maximum radius of a zone. So each zone, number of zones, we've got 6 here. So what I would do initially is just leave everything as default. You don't need to adjust anything at all, and then later on you can tweak them to suit. So you can change the AI skill, your guys at the base, their skill, allow fast travel. I always have that on, so you can fast travel between the fobs. Just cuts out a lot of unnecessary travelling around on helicopter. So we're going to place the enemy positions manually. So I've got 6 to place. So our HQ's down here. So I quite like entering towns. So what I'll do is I'll place one in Pygros. Let me put one there. You have to sort of try and figure out where it's going to. There, let me place one there, because it accounts for buildings and objects being in the way. So let's place one there. Let's put one here. Let's go with Sophia. Let's go up here somewhere. Where do we place? Something in the way. Something in the way. What about here? There you go. So that's 3. Let's go over here somewhere. Where's the factory? Let's get the factory. Factory, there we go. It's quite a good one to go. Factory. We'll do a town again. Invalid position. There you go. You just got to keep clicking it around to find. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Let's put it down there. Try there. There you go. So now we've placed, it's saving it. And that's us. So we're ready to go. But before we go, we're going to go and get inside the HQ. So we go up to this guy here inside the HQ and we go to request units. This is how we get our guys, and we can also get extra missions, so we can select side missions there. We can select different guys here that we can control, whatever one you want. You see the cost of them as well by the side. So we've got 60 points that we started with. What I would suggest you get, the first thing, is the armory. So let me just try and find it down here. Armory, there we go. So 8 points is going to cost, so we'll unlock that. The other thing you can do is obviously get a vehicle. So we'll just get a little hummingbird. Hummingbird, there we go. 16. Yeah, hummingbird. Request. Vehicle ready. So that if we just come out of this, it's outside. There's a hummingbird there. And our guys, if we buy any guys, they'll spawn outside as well. So if we go back in here, now when we scroll down, we should be able to access the armory. So now you can set up your loadout, whatever you want. And that's it. If you look on the map, we'll see that they're actually on the map, so we know where we've got to go. And then you can sort of plan your attack from there. Just that simple. Very easy to set up. I use it all the time. If I just want to have a quick play, it's very quick to set up. Like I said, you can save your progress, but if you die, that's it. You have to start again. But if you sort of save your progress because you want to come back to it tomorrow, as long as you don't die, you can come back to it tomorrow and carry on, which is what I normally do. Okay, so we're going to look at the D.U.W.S X version. I've loaded cup units and cup weapons just so you can see we can use mods in this version. So scenarios, X version, play, and you'll see that this will start us out the same as the R version. So this page is the same. Continue. So here we can choose the faction for the blue 4 and choose the faction for the op 4. So because I've put cup units, we can choose whoever we want. So let's go down to who should we have? So for the British, DDPM, and let's have, I don't know, Russian Spetsnaz. Let's manually place the HQ again. That water's not annoying, is it? Right, let's place it there. Okay, so select the operation area. So we'll select Sophia up this way. That is if you want to select randomly, so let the scenario decide for you where it's going to place the areas of operation, but we actually want to place it manually. So that bit we just did there doesn't really matter because we're going to manually place it. But that is if you want to just let it place some areas for you. Okay, so this page here, this is just setting up for the weather type. Fast travel with helo taxi, I'd leave it off. Let's have a look down here, see if there's anything we need to cover. Time of day, start at dawn, that's fine. Allow fob travel, so yes, I'd have this one on. Enable stamina. Take on off. So no. I don't have stamina on, I hate it, so it's up to you guys. So I have it as it is, but you can tweak that as you like. Next page. So this is the zones that we're going to set up. So maximum radius zone 500 meters. It was 1,000 in the other one, so you can change it if you like. Just leave it as it is. We've got 4 zones. You can obviously increase that, but we'll leave it as 4 for now. Starting points. The base friendly AI, that's set on elite. Enemy AI veteran, so you can tune them down to trained, which I had it on the R version. I'll leave it as is for now. We want to start the manual placement, so this is where it's similar to the R version. Okay, so we had one at Pygros. Let me stick it there. No, there. There we go. One of these towns here. Sophia, right out the way. Okay. And 4. So we get the factory, shall we? There we go. So that's our 4. So now it's sort of compiling everything. And it should stick us back at base in a minute when it's done. There we go. So we're at base. So once again we go into base. Requests menu. So this is similar to what we had before. So again, I'm always going to get the arsenal. Oh, there it is, arsenal. Unlock that. Again, we've got the same. So you can have the helicopters. So hummingbird. We can get that. And then we can look at the virtual arsenal. And we can change our loadout as before. So you see it's only put in the weapons for this unit type. So something to bear in mind. Oh, cancel that. Close that. Let's go out and see the helicopters there. Oh, there it is over there. So you can, again, you can request. It is a bit of a pain to get this menu up. Sort of look down at the ground. I find it sort of comes up better. Request menu. So usual. These are the units that you can control. I don't ever bother with squads. Just separate units because I'm quite picky at what I want. And the vehicles. There's additional bits and bobs here. So if you want mortar support, CAS support, you can have all that in there. You unlock it all. You can replace the guards if these guys get killed because they get attacked. You can replace them. So you can manage the AI loadouts. So the best thing to do is just have a little play of it, but as far as setting it up, it's a lot quicker than the D.U.W.S mod. So it depends sort of how much time you've got. Hopefully that helps. It just gives you another option or a couple of more options. If you've not got time for D.U.W.S mod, then maybe give this a go. Alright, good luck.